like the video.
Look, my last episode was all about Kendrick. Just because he surprise dropped on a random Friday afternoon doesn't mean I'm literally going to drop everything just to do a whole episode about it. Okay, fine. Therapy. This is not going to be like an entire album review. That would be crazy. The album literally just dropped today. I'm talking like within the past couple hours. Total surprise drop on a Friday. There are people talking about how Kendrick has the best single string of tweets probably in the history of Twitter. Drops Euphoria, drops Meet the Grams, drops Not Like Us, announces he's headlining the Super Bowl, and then drops the album. You don't hear anything from this man unless it is like earth-shattering diss tracks or just breaking news that he's going to be performing at the most televised event of the year in the United States, or if he's just dropping a brand new album with literally not a single hint or sniff of any promo at all whatsoever. It's crazy. This is tough for me as somebody who is the biggest fan of Tyler, the Creator. Tyler is my favorite artist. I've been listening to Chromacopia every single day. Today is a Kendrick day, and I just think it's very interesting that he chose to drop it right in the middle of the day, not at midnight. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, literally nobody knew that this was coming. Let's actually talk about the album, though. First things that jumped out to me, 44 minutes, a very tight album. I feel like the shorter an album is, the easier it is to digest, the easier it is to run back, the more likely it is that people that review albums for a living are going to be like, wow, this is a very concise album, really gets straight to the point. For me, I just love the fact that it's going to be a lot easier to determine which songs belong on your playlist. I'm going to tell you right now from the jump, bro, Peekaboo, one of the funniest tracks I've ever heard. When I first heard it, I was like, this sounds incredibly silly.
What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing.
But Peekaboo, along with songs like Reincarnated, Squabble Up, TV Off, I'm just telling y'all right now, that is probably the hardest song I've heard all year. Bro, that song goes absolutely crazy. The way Kendrick is yelling mustard in that song, bro, it had me crying. Another thing that stuck out to me was there is a Heart Part 6 on this album, so Kendrick does not care that Drake tried to hijack that title. Kendrick's true version of the Heart Part 6 is beautiful. It actually made its way towards the kind of towards the back end of the album. There's 12 songs on the album. It's 44 minutes. Going through, I have like a pretty binary view of how I approach albums and like my level of enjoyment when it comes out of it. I will say that I'm not going to reveal this just yet. There's 12 songs on the album. I liked 10 of them. There were only 2 songs on the album where I was like, this either needs to grow on me or it's just not something that's getting me as excited. But I will say that Heart Part 6 was not one of those songs. But yeah, the snippet from the Not Like Us video, that actually gets a full song, and that is Squabble Up, West Coast joint, second track off the album. It's absolutely fire. And there are actually a lot of songs that refer to recent events, things that happened with Drake, of course. He even talks about Snoop Dogg posting the tailor-made freestyle. He was like, man, I hope Snoop Dogg was off some edibles or something, because that's wild. Why would you do that? He also mentions Lil Wayne by name. I'm not going to go into a bunch of spoilers, but basically the album has Kendrick very openly talking about the events of the past year, why he typically stays inside, how he's been prioritizing his family. And we are really getting the best of all worlds when it comes to Kendrick on this album. We get some more like introspective, low-key cuts like Man at the Garden and Luther, and Dodger Blue is like kind of more of like a sweet, sensual joint. So it's not all just full of bangers, but there are a lot of bangers on the album, GNX being one of them. And then we have Gloria at the very end closing out the album, which I think is just really a beautiful track. And if you are like getting absolutely hype, you're blasting every single song through the aux, you're going to need to tone it down a little bit so you really catch the message at the end there. But there's a lot coming out of this album that's going to make you want to run it back and make sure that you catch everything after you get over the sheer shock that is Kendrick Lamar dropping on a late morning or early afternoon, depending on where you are. But man, am I excited to just continue listening to this album and just breaking down bits and pieces of it. I'm going to say that off rip, my favorite songs, Whacked Out Mural, Squabble Up, Hey Now, TV Off, of course, is probably going to end up being one of my favorite songs of all time. Peekaboo is such a silly, fun song. Heart Part 6 is just beautiful. I don't want to spoil that song, but it's a beautiful song, and I think most people will appreciate it. GNX might be one of those songs that needs to grow on me. It's just because the beat is kind of throws me off, the timing of it, and it's just a really, I mean, the album just kind of flies by, kind of reminds me of the experience I have listening to Igor, and it's just going to give you that feeling like, oh my God, I just want to keep listening to it over and over again. But what does this mean in the context of the greater industry? I think we're just going to start getting to a point where it's like, it's funny because Tyler the Creator is being praised currently for the amount of time and energy and effort and creativity he put into his album rollout. Then we have people like J. Cole who are constantly talking about an album like The Fall Off coming, but then they literally never give us any updates, and it takes years and we don't know what's going on, and then they drop this random audio series you have to pay $10 for where they're talking about albums that happened years and years and years ago. You have artists like A$AP Rocky who literally give you a release date for the album and then it gets pushed back indefinitely. They're selling merch and then they're telling you that they want to take it back and refund it. And then we have somebody like Kendrick who never tells you that an album is coming. You hear like little whispers here and there, but then out of the blue it just hits you. And I kind of appreciate that. It's like either just don't say anything and then just drop the album, or actually do a creative and realistic rollout like Tyler. But all the back and forth, is it coming? Is it not coming? Here's a snippet. Here's a teaser. There were no singles from this album. There was just that snippet from the Not Like Us video. There's some people that I know were talking about, like, what's he going to perform at the Super Bowl? It's going to be all these older songs. Are there really any bangers on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers? Oh my goodness, dude, that TV Off song during the Super Bowl halftime show, that's so exciting. It's really good actually to know that Kendrick is going to have a number of these songs to pick from when it comes to songs that he can perform at the Super Bowl. This makes me even more excited for the show. And now I think there is a 100% chance that Kendrick Lamar is doing a big stadium tour next year. But yeah, I'm not going to be one of those people that spends 15, 20, 30 minutes just yapping about this. I wanted to let you guys know that the album is out. My first impressions are that the album is fire. I don't think there's going to be like some extra surprise drop. Some people are still in disbelief that this is the Kendrick Lamar album that we are waiting for. This is it. It's out. Enjoy it. Soak it in. Please comment your favorite songs from the album if you've heard it. And please, don't go into like crazy detail about all the songs. Give people some time to listen to it. But yeah, tell me what your favorite songs are and tell me what songs you might need to listen to again so you get a better feel of it. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know, I know that it's out. I know that Kendrick dropped. I know that I just dropped another Kendrick video, but you have to understand this is a special circumstance. I'm going to stop yapping. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe. Please subscribe. We're about to hit 22K subscribers. If you want more breakdowns, let me know if there's a specific song that you really want me to break down in the way that I can do. But yeah, I got to stop yapping. I'm way too excited. Love you. Mean it. Enjoy the outro. Member shout outs next video. Later, derps.
Crack in my windshield, I'm pissed off. If you a hater, get lost.
Get lost.
Yeah, it's my show and I'm in charge. Don't eat lemon pepper wings, but I'm the big boss. Please cut me slack, man, need a discount. About to jump off the roof, that's a dismount. I'm just playing. I'm okay.
Okay, but like, are you though?
Sorry for the pause, that's awkward. Start a podcast, cause I knew I was a talker. Yeah, my girl love me, but she's sick of my voice. And you know I'm pro-choice, so she do what she want. Why they hate when I get political? I'm a deep thinker, that's critical. Way too serious for a dude not getting paid. Man, I really need a shave. You know what sucks? Most of season 2 of Dave. Taking shots, but I skip out on the bar. Every single show, I swear I wanna raise the bar. Hope you listen close so you never miss the bar. Say the same thing, but I'm still going.